You're supposed to say this is the podcast, but...
No. It's a podcast, but welcome to Nurture Dom. This is a
mess.
new podcast. It's a new year. I'm Punk. I don't usually do this, so this feels very, very weird.
I'm Slow Tad. I got to go next.
I'm Dr. Pants.
I'm Lambo.
And I'm Dad.
Oh my god, we're all here.
Well, Company's not here.
Oh.
Right.
Did we invite Ant Company?
He was in the chat.
I thought
he
we
had every
weren't supposed to.
opportunity.
I thought we
true.
weren't supposed to mention Ant Company
dead now.
anymore. I thought he just left.
We can send something to him next time and be like, hey, you know you can join us.
They won one contest, spoiler alert, and now they're dead.
Maybe he's just mad because we named him N. Co.
I mean,
Actually, that was his
you guys
idea.
were pretty upset
Wait,
when we
wasn't-
named you guys the correspondents. So
That's all we are to you.
I have dignity.
Do you?
the dignity
No,
of
that's
a
why I'm still
correspondent.
correspondent.
I don't think any of us have dignity. Not anymore.
Nah, I ate a whole roll of cookie dough on camera. I can't say I have that.
That was years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, do you really recover from that?
I don't. Only you can answer that question.
It's true.
Like, have you
I mean-
emotionally recovered from it? Is the real question.
I'm still a pretty hefty boy, so I'd say not yet.
So how's everyone doing?
Yeah.
How are we all hanging in there? It's the end of the year.
It is the end of the year. I'm looking at all the video games that have come out this year.
Dude, I am too. And it's
Whoa.
insane.
Yeah, there's a lot of games that came out.
I forgot a lot of them because I was trying to think of like what did I play, and then I looked up a list and I was like, oh wait, I did play a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say actually probably after 2020, this might be the most games I've ever played in a whole year, like 100%.
So I was thinking about this before we recorded the podcast, and my thought was, I don't remember anything I played this year. And I don't remember anything having that big of an impact on me.
That's not true. You played Fallout 76 like 3 different times.
No, just once this year. Just once this year.
Can we mention
But,
games that we played starting at like the end of last year that bled into 2022?
Oh, there's gonna be lots of those, I imagine. Dad, do you have one to toss out there?
Like
Yeah,
when did Pokemon come out?
Which one?
Arceus or...
Arceus.
Which one?
Oh, that was
It's
2022.
Arceus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in the spring. Yeah.
Well, never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
The one that comes to mind is definitely Far Cry 6, though.
It came out this
Are
year?
you the only one that played that?
I think so.
Yeah,
I
Punk
played it.
Punk
Oh,
played
did
it.
oh, did he? Oh, yeah.
I love Far Cry. I forgot it came out this year.
Well, it came out last year, actually. That was one of those ones that bled from last year into this year.
Oh, did
Halo
it?
came out last year. We played a bit of that.
I mean, here's my big thing. I mean, you played Shredder's Revenge. Did
Yes.
that game not have an effect on you, Pants?
Oh, yeah, I guess it did.
All right, fair enough.
But like my thing is like I just forgot it was a thing.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry. Like I just forgot it existed. Like we played it for a hot week.
Oh, we played it for a hot month.
Did we?
It was a
Yeah,
very sweaty
did we?
month.
It was very sweaty. It kept us warm.
Oh, Arceus released in January, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah, so
never
that,
mind
that
then.
close. I played Guardians of the Galaxy that came out. That was last year. I played that over the summer, I think. That was fun. It was weird playing that right after Ratchet and Clank because I feel like both of them had the same exact issues, and it was just strange playing them back to back and just being like, "Oh, I'm done with these issues." No, wait, I'm not.
So I think one of my good questions to ask you guys is: are there any games that you feel like you wish you did play this year that you didn't? That you maybe you just
man.
didn't have enough time. Maybe you started it for 5 seconds and you didn't quite like get into it, or it was just on something you didn't have and it was just like, eh.
That's my magnum opus question.
Yeah.
I'm still only 2 hours into Horizon Forbidden West. I haven't touched the new God of War yet, even though I have the collector's edition. And then I really, really, really do want to get into Elden Ring because that sucked up everyone who didn't even play a Souls game, and I felt a little left out. So I started playing Demon Souls, and I beat that. I bought all the Dark Souls trilogy. Just I want to play through Horizon and God of War, and then just try to blitz through all the Souls games.
Yep, nothing but 50-hour games. Followed
Yeah,
by
they're
some
so
100-hour
long.
games.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a lot.
Well, is there any one that you could say like, oh man, if I had just a little more time, I would have played that?
I have one I would have finished that I'm really sad I didn't finish, and that was the Somnium Files Nirvana
Oh
initiative.
yeah.
I want to play that too. That was the one with the crazy dialogue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever play the first one?
No, it's
Oh my
it's
God.
been on sale constantly, so I can pick it up pretty cheap.
Oh my god, play it. It's so good. Nirvana Initiative is really good too, and I'm not gonna harp on this too much, but the time where I would play a lot of things this summer was completely ruined, and I did not get through a lot of stuff that I wanted to, and didn't have the energy to do it, or the urge. So I'm hoping that sometime soon I get back into that game and finish it, because it's amazing. Punk, you played the first one, right?
I did. It was really fun. But I stopped because I missed something in one of these sequences, and I was like, this is unplayable. I can't go back. I really wanted to get that, so I didn't beat it.
Oh my god. That's fair. That's fair.
No More Heroes 3. Shout out to that. I really want to play that. Never had a chance to. I didn't even buy it yet.
Oh yeah.
I think
man.
I'm the only one who has a copy.
Did you play it?
I'm like 5 hours in. It's one of those games I totally would have loved to have more time to play.
Nice.
But I have to say the number one game that I would put on mine that I didn't actually really play was Pokemon this year.
You mean the new one, like Scarlet and Violet?
Yeah. I just like while you guys were doing that, I was like, but I have the 9 realms to save. And I have to do this right now.
I don't blame you. I mean, it was the same coin I was looking at.
Yeah.
But man, when Pokemon came out, it was the first Pokemon I played in generations. The last one I played was Sun and Moon. So going back and playing Pokemon just brought me back to when that's all I would do. So I went through the whole game and more really quickly. I think I have over 100 hours in it.
See, that's how Arceus was to me, you know? And then first, like, release day, I go and download the new one that comes out, and I just never get around to playing it. I got through the intro, and then I stopped really, mainly to play through Majora's Mask before the end of the year. So,
how's that coming along?
Traditions.
I am almost done. I just beat the last temple, and I have one more mask to get, and it's a really long pain in the butt process to get this last mask, and once I do that, I can go to the last boss and be finished. And
Yeah, you got a
feel
couple
accomplished.
days.
I know, right?
Punk, any games that you haven't gotten around to?
I mean, there were, but there's just, I don't know if they're really bothering me that I wish I could have gotten to them this year, because they're just games I'm just going to hit next year.
That's true.
Oh sure,
I mean,
absolutely.
that's-
But are
that's the
there
whole
any
point.
games that like if you had some extra time or that hey if there's something else didn't come out you maybe would have played that instead?
Oh my, I don't even...
There's a lot of stuff
Honestly?
on your. I see every time for some reason it sends me a notification whenever you add something to your wish list.
Really?
When
on
Punk
my
adds something to his
on my
wish list?
Steam Deck, yeah. Like so, when you're on your Steam Deck, like there's
Right.
a little spot where it's like, oh, all your buddies and stuff, and they added this, and this to their wish list today.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh
so it's-
boy, I gotta
There's just a
I guess
little
I gotta-
spot in there. Yeah.
pay attention to what I'm wish listing then, make sure I don't get any,
I mean,
any of
it's
those adult-rated games on there. I mean, I add stuff on there when it's like announced and like, oh, it's available on Steam. I'll add it to my wish list so I don't forget about it.
yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's everything that I've played, I've been happy with. Like, what I started the year with. I don't even remember what I was playing at the beginning of the year, honestly. But then Elden Ring, I played for a good month and a half. Cyberpunk, I went back to.
Yeah, Pants went back to Cyberpunk and played the crap out of it.
I did for a good solid couple of weeks because the anime got me back into it. It
Yep.
did exactly what it was supposed to do.
I need
But it
to
still didn't get you to
the
finish.
anime.
I didn't finish the game, no, but I did get further in it than I did my original playthrough. And I will say that the game definitely feels a lot better than it did at launch.
Better. I mean,
That's good. I mean, yeah.
jeez.
My goodness. If it shouldn't have been that way to begin with.
It shouldn't have, you're right. But then again, I also didn't think it was that bad in the beginning because I had very few major problems.
Well, are there any games that you feel like everybody else, like maybe not everybody else did, but if you could like make a suggestion to all the rest of us, like, hey, it would be a really good idea to play this game?
Deep Rock Galactic. It's so much fun. That would be a perfect co-op Nerdstradamus day if 4 people want to get together, or if 3 other people want to get together. If you guys picked it up when it was on PlayStation Plus for free, like I would totally play.
I was gonna say a lot of people that we like, who watch us when we stream, they were when it was like big, it just come out. Like, a lot of people suggested that one.
Yeah, super fun. They're still updating it. They got a new update. I want to say like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. There's like space dwarves for Christmas.
Yeah,
That's pretty.
it's
bizarre.
super cool.
Gundam Evolution. I want us all to play Gundam Evolution together.
I just downloaded that to my Xbox, so we can definitely do that.
Yeah.
There's
It's
no
Overwatch with robots.
Exactly.
Come on.
It's Overwatch, except you don't have to feel morally compromised.
Wait, why would you feel morally compromised playing Overwatch?
Because Blizzard's a
It's a
terrible
Blizzard.
company.
Oh, okay.
But it's a free game.
Is it really free? Fortnite just got sued for $500 million for their predatory loot boxes.
Oof.
Oh my god.
But they don't have loot boxes in Overwatch anymore. Now you
Yeah, they
pay
don't.
ungodly amount of money just for a skin that no one's going to care about.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they're making their money. But,
Oh yeah, definitely.
The Blizzard thing is beyond loot boxes stuff, but it's just a personal thing. But that's not what this
Yeah.
podcast is all about.
What is this podcast about?
It's a podcast, but
It's a mess.
there you go.
The first one's always going to be a mess. Come on, have you guys ever watched the pilot of a TV show and all the characters were fully formed? Have you ever?
You
done
make
that
it
way?
And
You make it sound like we've never done a podcast before, but we actually have.
Yeah,
We
but
had
it's
it.
been a solid
podcasts.
year.
with 5 of
Oh,
us,
minimum.
like I feel like no, Lambo has it right. The pilot episode, and they always introduced everybody, and it's just all over the place.
Right.
It's just chaos. Can you imagine Danny
I mean,
DeVito
he's
being
right.
in the first episode of
No.
Always Sunny?
No, they needed to take that little bit of time to introduce him. It
Yeah.
was necessary. We needed to hate everybody else so that we could love Frank.
Right. Exactly.
Yes.
Just wait until our
But
viewers
isn't
get
Frank
Danny
still a
DeVito.
terrible person?
Frank.
Or listeners, sorry, not viewers. I mean, unless they're watching us, they could be watching us. Is this going on YouTube?
I mean, probably.
Well, yeah.
Just
Where else would it
cause.
go?
Oh, I'm so glad you said that because I kind of like looked out my window, like I don't know, is anybody watching?
I mean, I might
no.
be sitting out your window right now,
All right, well, what am I
watching
wearing?
you wear those robot pants. You're obviously wearing robot pants.
Dr.
I'm wearing
Pants, we all know
jeans.
you're putting the water slides on yourself.
Yep.
They're like little tattoos.
They won't stay on my skin. I tried.
Too oily.
I'm too oily, and Mark Setter doesn't help.
Lambo, do you have a game that you would push for all of us to play?
Neon White, 1000%.
Definitely on my
I
list.
keep looking at
Oh
it. I
my
keep looking at
God.
it like
I
It's
was
coming to Game
addicted.
Pass.
It's a game you could beat in 10 hours. I spent 50 on it because
Insane.
I wanted to beat all my times and get all the little extra medals and stuff.
That's Switch only, right?
No,
It's coming
on
to Game
everything.
Pass.
no, it's on
Oh,
everything.
it's on everything. Oh, that's even better.
It's coming to Game Pass. Sorry,
Oh,
I just kept on saying
even
it.
better.
Yeah, I played it on Steam. On my that was the first big game I really played on my Steam Deck that I put a lot of time into, and it was perfect for that. I'm sure it would have been a really similar experience on Switch.
Heck yeah.
But oh my god, it's so smooth. It's basically like speed running on crack, and it makes you want to actually speed run.
Yeah, they got
which
robbed
I don't
at
really
the
care
Game
to.
Awards.
It's a good old
Didn't
deal.
they win an award though?
It got nominated for Indie Title of the Year, but it got beat
Yeah.
out. I forget what won.
Oh, Stray.
Oh,
Stray
shit.
won.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it deserved it.
Yeah,
I don't think it did.
I played
I agree.
like a couple hours of it, and it was all right.
It's, but it seems like it's one of those games. It's like almost barely a game because you're just kind of like walking from one point to another.
No,
and
it's
just interact.
full on like a
No.
Zelda style, like, you know, solve puzzles to get from point A to point B kind of a thing.
And
Oh, is
Yeah.
it? Okay.
and this is why
Every time I watched stuff for it, it looked like you were just walking as a cat.
I mean, because that's what people were obsessed with.
Yeah, and that's
Right.
why
People
I've
like
kept
cats.
on thinking nothing came out this year because it was nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
It was.
Like, was there nothing
it really
else?
was.
Well, Elden Ring came out.
God of War.
Horizon came out. God of War came out.
Xenoblade 3 came out.
Deep Rock Galactic.
The Mario and Rabbids sequel, which the first Mario and Rabbids got really, really high accolades, and apparently the second one's even better.
Yeah.
Lambo played it, didn't you?
Yeah, both of them are pretty good, apparently.
I played the first one a little bit. It was pretty good. I haven't played the second one. I kind of want to, but I've got so much other crap to play.
And the new Kirby game.
There was a new Kirby game.
There was two
That
Pokemons.
Yeah.
There were two Pokemon
Is that
games.
the first time ever? Like two actual like full-on Pokemon adventures coming out in the same year?
They're not. It's Arceus isn't a full-on adventure. It'll always be considered a side one.
I'm sure like Pokemon Stadium or / like Coliseum or Gale of
Or
Darkness
Gale of Darkness
came
or
out the
whatever.
same year as like another mainline title.
Well, I mean, then you had things like Pokemon Ranger, which were full-on adventures, just different mechanics. Mystery
yeah, I was
Dungeon,
gonna say there's all like the mystery dungeon ones and stuff like that.
and they're full-on like
I would say Arceus feels more like a mainline title though when
Right,
you
that's
compare it
kinda
to the
my
rest.
point.
it does. Arceus was fun. Unfortunately, like when it was over, I just didn't care. Like I didn't want to keep going.
I just wasn't drawn to it. It got a lot of flack for its emptiness and textures, much like the Scarlet and Violet did, but I feel like to me it just looked more empty.
It is. Scarlet and Violet doesn't feel as empty.
Right. Still feels a little empty. But man, that end game.
Oh, it was so good.
Insane.
So much fun.
For anyone who has not played it, Lambo, Dad,
Eh.
maybe Punk. I don't know. The ending is
What are we
insane.
talking about? I just heard Pokemon, and I thought we were talking about Arceus. Now I'm confused.
Now we're talking about Scarlet.
Talk
Violet.
about Scarlet and Violet in the end game.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
I
game
haven't
is
gotten to the
cray-cray.
end game stuff.
It's cray cray.
Yeah, it was great. I loved all the exclusive Pokemon in the end game too.
There was a few that I feel like Scarlet got the better end of the deal when it came to those for the most part. But I dare I say, probably my favorite Pokemon game out of all of them.
Out of all of them ever?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, now I actually have to play the game.
If not, it's
okay.
definitely number 2.
Oh crap! I would probably put it at number 3 for myself.
Is
Because
that
my top two.
nostalgia kicking in or genuine?
No, because the one thing so my number 1 is always Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Yeah. No, see, that's what it was with me.
And the only reason that one stays number 1 is because it did something in Generation 2 that no other game has, and it was like, oh, you beat the first Elite Four? Here's 8 more gyms to go to and another Elite Four to fight.
Right. No, exactly.
Like, I want that again. And also, it could be nostalgia, but I just like that whole world, and I like the fact that it feels bigger because it is basically 2 regions in one.
Right. No, I agree. That's literally what it's on the line for with me.
Yeah. Black and White is my number 2.
Really?
Yes, and it's because it is also one of the few Pokemon games that when you start it, there are no old Pokemon. It is all brand new Pokemon until you beat the game.
That's fair.
Boo.
I can enjoy that.
Is that what you
I mean,
said?
that was my whole thing of when I went into Scarlet
If
and
I
Violet.
can't get a
made sure-
Geodude, I'm throwing it out.
I hate young Pokemon.
Yeah.
See, for me, the idea is like, if you give me a Pokemon game where all the old Pokemon are in it, I'm not gonna use the new ones as much because I'm gonna want to play my old favorites.
Right.
But if you give me a game where, oh, they're all new, it's gonna allow me to play around a bit more and be like, what's this? What does it do? What does it evolve into?
I feel like
I did get a little bit of that with Scarlet and Violet.
that was the main contribution as well. The skipping a few generations. I kept making new Pokemon teams as I kept going because there was just so many Pokemon they throw at you, and I'm asking my friends like, "Oh man, this Pokemon's cool," and they're like, "Yeah, that's from a generation or 2 ago. That's Sword and Shield, or that's this one, that's that one." I'm like, "Oh, well, you know, it's new to me."
Well,
I haven't seen
that's
it.
how I feel because I can't tell when anything came out. I just don't know. I know the original set and that's it. So
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's new to me.
exactly. I was somewhat aware because I used to play the card game all the way through those years. Those middle years I didn't play the
Yeah,
games.
I was gonna say, you kind of gave up on the card game around like the beginning of the Diamond and Pearl era.
Yeah, probably around. I'm gonna guess around 2010ish
Yeah.
was when I stopped playing. Yeah. All right, let's get to that time. What was your guys' favorite games? What did you feel like satisfied your heart, your soul, the most? Gave you all the itching in your jellies
For like 2022.
in 2022?
So a game that released in 2022.
No. Oh no, absolutely not. No, the game that you enjoyed the most that you played this year.
I mean, mine will have to be Deep Rock Galactic. I went and did my PlayStation Rewind, or whatever they call it, the wrap-up. And I had, by far, more than like 60 to 70% of my gaming on my PlayStation has been Deep Rock Galactic. And it's been super fun. Crazy multiplayer game with friends. It had me and my friends, as soon as you hit the left stick in, their taunt is just rock and stone, and it's as soon as you hear that, you're just spamming it and love it. So it's pretty great.
I have 3. Can I do 3 quick?
Just toss them out there. Oh yeah.
Number 1, Siege. Siege always scratches an itch.
I think that's like on probably all of ours, really, except for Slow Tad, really, because you never really joined us
sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes
he does.
Yeah.
He will play with us if he's around.
Yeah,
he will join in.
Getting a hold of me is just hard because my phone never notifies me of the chat.
Is there a better way for us to get a hold of you?
You can either text me directly or I think I get notifications on Discord. But if you guys want to, you know, if you need a 5th or 4th or whatever, just shoot me a quick
know
text.
what to send to get your alert for Siege on
Discord.
That's just true. But that's one of them. Pokemon definitely scratched an itch for me.
Oh
like,
my goodness, yeah.
Yeah, like after Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon, which I was kind of lukewarm about, like this one definitely scratched an itch really, really nicely. That I played it until it was beaten. It was the first time in a while I played a Pokemon game and beat it in a week. And I'm still going back trying to fill that Pokedex. I'm currently at like 330 out of 400.
Oh, I can help you out. I have all of them that aren't the exclusives for Violet.
Nice. Then I will. We'll have to work together on that.
Yeah, I got the shiny charm and everything. So that's I've been doing the 7-star Charizard raids, and I think last weekend or this weekend is what is it? It's another starter.
The bunny one from actually the last, wasn't it?
Was it Christmas weekend?
No, I'm saying the Pokemon was from Sword and Shield, wasn't it?
Oh, it was Cinderace.
Cinderace, that's what it is.
It was Cinderace,
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. But then my third one, and I brought this up last year because it was a game in the same series, but I played a lot of Atelier Sophie. And that scratches a JRPG itch really nicely because it's not super intense. It's not, killing God or anything, but it still scratches the itch really well, and it's just nice and comfortable. It's like comfort food.
Is that the alchemy one?
Yeah.
I just started that one not too long ago after Lambo helped me out with my Vita.
Wait. Well, there's a bunch of them.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can keep talking about it. I'll see if my Vita turns on. It's in hand's reach.
Oh, I don't think this one was on Vita. I think this one only came out on PS4 and Switch.
Oh, okay. Never mind, then.
Yeah. But there's a bunch of them. They've been coming out since the PS2 era. So. But. No, they're real nice, comforting JRPGs. They're not super long, and there's a lot of cool customization to it, so. Don't recommend it for everybody, but that was a nice game. I look on it fondly.
Well, Lambo, you posed the question.
I know, I did. I don't want to just be a bro dude, but I'm gonna be a bro dude. And I gotta say, I don't think I've ever been so emotionally wrecked by a video game until I played God of War Ragnarok. Yeah.
Lambo, maybe you're just becoming the dude bro of Nurse
I've always been. Come on.
Should we change your name to Chad?
Yeah.
I'm Chad
Chambo.
Lambo. I'm Chad Lambo.
Yeah.
But no, God of War, like, it sucked me in, and I really, really love the way they did the open world, where it was this, they don't toss the whole thing at you. They give you tiny little chunks to just, like, play around in. And it's really obvious when you have the choice to actually continue the story versus, like, just play around and there's no ambiguity at all. And I like that a lot, and everything in the open world was worth it. Everything had storylines attached to it. Everything had conversations that actually deepened the connections between the characters. And there's a few heartbreaking moments. Like, all I can say is the end of the game is one of the most epic things I've ever even seen in a video game. So those of you who are going to play it, when you get a chance, I got to hear what you think of the last level. Because it, the feels came with it too. So it was a good time. No, never.
No.
Yeah,
No,
you've never
never.
like.
He doesn't
been
care about
like,
story. He doesn't
emotionally
listen to the
invested
music in a game. He's there for the gameplay, and that's
It was
it.
just so artfully done, I couldn't deny it. That's the problem.
When you punched the brains out of that frost golem, you felt it.
I felt it
Felt something.
deep in my heart. My jimmies.
Did you actually listen to the music of God
I
of War?
did.
then? 'Cause
I didn't throw in any extra music on at all the whole time.
Amazing.
I was gonna say because that won Music of the Year for Game Awards.
It was pretty epic. But and no, all the characters were great. All the little turns and all the little backstabbings and all the little everything. Just hit right. I was gonna say it kind of capped off a year of like another great year of kind of good first like one-player games, honestly. Because Elden Ring was kind of up there too, and I definitely emptied 120 hours into that. But
That's a game I really want to go back and finish.
me too. But I feel like I would have to get good for like a good 10 hours first before I actually try.
So that's why I want to go through all the Souls games.
Listen, there are so many mods. What we're gonna do, we're gonna install. Well, we need it all
There's a
on
randomizer.
PC. A randomizer mod and the multiplayer
I
mod.
couldn't imagine what a randomizer.
Oh
mod
God,
would do to that
no!
game. Oh, my
We can
God.
all go in together and everything's randomized.
Yeah.
And it'll still take us
Scattered.
110 hours. Yeah, jeez.
Yeah.
I have 3 that kind of impacted me the most. One is I was the most impressed by, one that I loved the most, and the one I had the most time in. In the last 5 minutes, yes, I have.
Thought about this.
I was just going through my Steam library. So the game that I spent the most time on this year was Scum. It did not come out this year, and if you don't know what it is, it's like a open world building simulation survival game, zombies and other players, and you can build bases and get loot and kill people, zombies and stuff. It's fun. I couldn't believe how many hours I don't remember, but it was like an ungodly amount of hours I put into this game.
That's just Conan Exiles with machine guns.
Pretty much, yeah. And Conan Exiles is really, really fun. That was probably last year I put the most time in. I really like open world survival games. The game that impressed me the most, and it's the game that I beat on stream, Choo Choo Charles.
I'm glad.
Really?
I'm glad you played that. I was following that game for a long time on TikTok,
Yeah.
and I'm really glad that it's gotten its like niche popularity.
Yes. Like as soon as I don't remember when I first saw it, but I was wish listed right away. I've been following it, and it was so fun, and I'm so impressed by the developers and how well it ran.
I'm pretty
Like, it
sure it was
just-
just one guy, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
And he did it as a joke. Like he made the horror train model and posted like a little animation of it, and everyone basically coaxed him to make it a full-on video game.
And it was really good. Like it's $20, so I don't suggest it just to buy it and playing it.
Oh, I'm sure it'll go on sale.
Oh, definitely. But it's worth a play. Or even, you know what? Watch the stream. That's on YouTube. Watch me
Yeah,
play
there
it
you
for
go.
2 hours. It was really, really fun. But the game I had the most fun with, that I enjoyed the most, was Cult of the Lamb. Another indie title.
Also a really good game.
Yes. And I made cult members out of all of you. Some of you died multiple times.
But you brought us back, right?
I did.
Hey.
Which one of us was the best cult member?
So I actually made my wife, Punk Lady Punk? I don't know what we're going to call her, a cult member, and she decided to revolt against me, and then she fell in love with me.
Oh man.
But actually I had a really, really cool experience that I made Dad, and Dad told me to go find Lambo.
That's really weird.
I was like, huh. But yeah, the game was awesome. Definitely recommend it.
That is weird.
Those are my 3.
Well, one of the big ones this year really played into my love of retro gaming, and it was the one that Dr. Pants was super bored by after a while. It was Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. I sort of fell in love with it for a little while. It was fantastic. It was an easy play, and it really scratched the itch of having a game that I could just pick up randomly and play for a couple minutes and put down, you know, because that's kind of how my life is. And it was pretty awesome. So I would definitely have to recommend that. Also, Pokemon Arceus really sucked me in. It was really the first, to be completely honest, it was the first Pokemon game I actually played all the way through since Pokemon Yellow.
Wow.
Way back. Yeah. So, oh no, never mind. I played through Sword and Shield, then Arceus. Sword and Shield was the first one that I played through since Yellow, then Arceus. So I am waiting to get into the new one.
Yeah, it's
So,
inevitable
we'll see.
for me too. I just, you know, once the holidays are over here and stuff.
Oh, of course.
I mean,
And then,
it is multiplayer, so just hit us up when you
yeah,
guys do, and we can
definitely.
jump into your world.
Yeah,
and
why not?
then
hang out.
earlier this year, one that really sucked me in. Actually, let me look it up because I want to make sure that I actually played it this year and it came out this year because I really don't know.
While you're looking that
No,
up.
no, don't worry about whether it came out this year though. But either way,
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as
Maybe
you
it's
played it
last
go
this
for
year.
it, so Ted.
But I fell back into Tony Hawk Pro Skater because I got it on the Switch rather than just the
Nice.
PlayStation.
Oh, yeah.
There was that, and then the Lego Star Wars games that came out this year also took up a lot of my time. So, yes, I know it's a remake of like all the other Lego Star Wars games that came out over the last couple years.
But you get them all
Decade.
in one bundle together.
You
But
do.
apparently they
Yeah.
added new content to every bit of it though.
They did.
In the
They
new
did.
in the new update.
Yeah.
They did because I had the original trilogy one, or like an older version of it. I think for Wii U. Back in the
Maybe.
day.
Yeah,
Possibly.
usually I'm the stickler for remakes and remasters, but something like that spanning multiple generations of consoles to have all together, like that's just a good deal.
It was a lot of fun, so I have to give it a lot of credit. That and Siege. I mean, that is always like the big one, as Dr. Pants said. It's just something that is always whenever we're like, hey, let's jump on a game. What do you want to play? Let's play Siege. All right, you know.
Play Siege.
Was Sea of Thieves this year? Sea of Thieves was this year too, right?
we did play that a little bit.
Yeah, we did play that.
I think we only got maybe 1 or 2 games in this year though.
Yeah, we didn't get much.
Yeah,
I mean, we also
didn't.
we also played Halo together. We did get some Fallout in
Halo's
together.
Halo's kind of making me sad though because I think back to the good days of Halo, and
Yeah, like everyone's
Yeah.
always playing it constantly.
well, but by now we would have had like 3 or 4 huge 3-pack.
Oh yeah, updates.
Like multiplayer level packs. So we'd be switching between like 15, to 20 levels to choose from, and we're still stuck on the same
Yep.
So here's a
Yeah.
quick
Yeah.
question for you guys then. What was the most disappointing game that you played this year?
Oh man.
No.
I gotta go through what I
Yeah,
played
probably
this
something
year.
else.
Because I have one. That
Yeah,
Oh, go
well,
for
you
it.
can
Please
kick
do.
us
Go
off
ahead.
while we think
Yeah.
of it.
Please do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Rainbow Six Extraction. I was super excited for it.
Ooh.
I was super excited for it, and when we started playing
It was really. I tell you, when it first came out, there was a lot of really great stuff about it,
yeah.
and I enjoyed it a lot. And then I think you're right. I think they didn't give you enough positive feedback for the effort that you put in early enough in the game to keep you
Yeah.
playing. I felt like we
Yep,
were constantly fighting against it to stay in it.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm going to agree with that because I want to believe that when you go back and look at last year's episode for this, I think we were all pretty on board for Extraction.
We were really excited. I was really excited. I know that.
But
I was really excited too because we've all been really enjoying Siege, and it's like, oh, like a co-op PvE game should be great, and it just didn't go as well as I'd like.
Download,
on
ready
top
or
of
not.
it, the gameplay and everything, it was very much like Siege, but it really seems like it was something that like maybe the developers or the studio had a lot of hope for, but like, you know, even the textures on like the characters and everything, the some of the same characters that were in Siege, like, you know, they weren't rendered correctly, or they didn't live up to the hype of Siege and everything.
Yeah. And as a business thing from Ubisoft, like, all you're gonna do with a game like that is leech players away from Siege, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if there's many people who are gonna play that one exclusively who aren't playing normal Siege, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, that's a really good point, man. Yeah.
I think it's actually was a different developer. Like, I know it's Ubisoft, but I think
no, it probably was a different developing team.
Like
I
a B
imagine.
team or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Kind of the same situation of like how they're doing the or not the mobile version of Rainbow Six. It's supposed to come out next year. So we'll see what happens with that.
It was Montreal, so maybe it was the same. I don't know.
Because I got hopes for
Oh yeah,
that.
it's just both Montreal. Interesting.
Yeah, it was Ubisoft Montreal. So
My disappointment one was Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Really?
really,
Yeah,
What?
so the gameplay was fine, but I broke the game on more than one occasion. I fell through the world once, and I got stuck on a lot of stuff where then it just ends up black screening you and respawning you somewhere else. And they set up this narrative that already contradicted itself almost immediately, like as immediate as it could be, and it really bugged me through the entire game that it just, I don't know, I just couldn't get into it because of it. I beat it, I platinumed it, but yeah, it was a disappointment for me, as that was the first Ratchet and Clank game I played since the PS2 era, and I really loved playing the first 3 on PS2, so I was jazzed, but I overall enjoyed it, but it was a disappointment based on expectation.
Interesting.
I think for the hype for it, for me, and this is going to be a weird one, I'm still going to probably enjoy and finish the game. But Live Alive, the version they put out.
really.
So it's actually, like, I actually went back and then compared it to playing the old Super Nintendo one, and I actually kind of prefer the way the old one played more. So the new one has that problem that, like, Octopath Traveler has, where, you know, it looks old school, but then it's got that modern approach to the storytelling, so it's slower than it should be. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think it's going to turn basically what should be like a 20-hour game into more like a 30 or 40-hour game.
Ew.
And not necessarily add any content, just like slow down the experience with the visuals, which is not, like, you know, preferable.
Right.
So, like, I'm still going to finish it at some point. I played through a couple of the things in it, but the ones I played through on the Super Nintendo version went smoother and were ultimately more fun because they just didn't drag on as long.
Well,
I feel that.
you've also got not many people are going to
No,
know that
they're not.
because most
and,
of the
and
people,
I have the
because-
weird, like, opportunity to be able to play both, you know, just
Yeah,
because.
right, exactly.
And yeah, it's unfortunate.
Well, I mean, all of us technically do here because we're all aware of that kind of stuff. So.
Arr.
Like, I think I would rather emulate the original version than do the upgraded version.
And I can absolutely agree that that's the case. Yeah.
Yeah, because for as much as people rave about them, games like Octopath Traveler and Triangle Strategy.
Was that disappointing to you when you played the demo?
I couldn't even get to a battle in Triangle Strategy because I'm just sitting there like, I am so bored. I am so bored.
Was Triangle
Like,
Strategy.
it just
I kept seeing stuff for it, but I never.
It was Octopath Traveler, which was Bravely Default, which was all the same.
hold on. No, I can do this. Triangle Strategy is the tactics form of Bravely Default, which was just 4 Heroes of Light, which was just Final Fantasy 3.
Wow.
That's
That
exactly
hurts.
what it is.
That hurts.
But the thing is like, I don't hate Bravely Default. In fact, the only reason I didn't like the first one was how the end game went. But otherwise, I think the Bravely Default games are fine. I really hate this idea of let's do sprite-based animations because everyone likes the old school style, but then let's also drag it out as long as
Yeah, like
possible.
the way they would do a modern game. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. Crazy.
Anything that's disappointed you, Punk?
I can't think of anything, honestly.
I'm just disappointed that we
Extraction.
haven't played Goat Simulator 3
Extraction,
yet.
yeah.
Yeah. On stream?
Yeah.
Wait. We haven't played what
Goat
on
Simulator
stream?
3.
When was there a 2?
That's the
You
joke.
missed out. You missed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed out. It was a really good game. Top 5.
Wait. Hold on.
It came out on one of those 0.5
Am I being
years.
gaslit?
With
What?
while he's coping with that, just a quick shout out of a game that I think that I'm gonna suggest to all of you. It is on Game Pass. Tunic was very pleasant.
I really
was
want to
very
play
fun.
that.
That game
Just-
actually looks like a
you-
lot of fun. I could
You,
see myself
Ryan,
enjoying it.
Dad, you would love it. Absolutely. It is traditional Legend of Zelda. No story is given to you. You have to figure the game out by collecting images that end up being the strategy guide.
That's awesome.
And the strategy guide is also mostly images, but all the text is in a different language where you play through the game and unlock letters or words
That's cool.
Whoa.
that unlock the strategy guide that give you more hints to move forward. It is fantastic,
That is
and it's not a long
insane.
game.
Yeah,
It's so fun and charming.
I've had my eye on it for a long time, and I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. But I see it came out for.
on Game Pass.
Yeah, it's on Game Pass, but it did come out for
Yeah.
Switch, so I might.
Yeah,
I might. Throw
whatever you're
down-
comfortable with it on.
Anytime, like, I don't know, I'm just a simp, but like anytime I see a game,
You're a
that,
Nintendo simp. You have to say who specifically.
I am.
A simp
like,
for
any-
what?
Yeah.
We gotta
Nintendo.
change the Switch logo
Yeah,
to Simp.
simp.
Yes,
Nintendo
because
simp.
like I always go for the Switch version if there is one.
Yeah, I think all of you as Legend of Zelda lovers would absolutely love that game.
Yeah. And I'll toss one more out too. It came out late last year, but I finished it this year, and it was the game in Switch I put the most time into. It was Shin Megami Tensei 5. It was,
Yeah, you went nuts for that game.
It was a hell of an adventure. I definitely put 105 hours into it. Like
Jeez.
it's stupid long. It did not need to be that long, but it was really good. And it's just pure JRPG and nothing else. No story, no BS. Just JRPG.
I guess to kind of wrap up this podcast, but what are we looking forward to next year?
To be honest, the big thing I'm really looking forward to, two games that are really shooting out. First of all, the new Zelda game, which I cross my fingers that's actually going to come out. I always look forward to that, but when it comes to like pure, oh my god, I want to play it, oh my god, the Jedi Survivor game that's coming out. I absolutely adored the first one. I loved every single second of it, and I'm really looking forward to the next one.
Nice.
Armored
me personally,
Core.
I'm just
Sorry.
scrolling through the list right now. I want to play One Piece Odyssey. Over the last, I want to say 2 years, I've become a big One Piece fan. Caught up with the manga. Not gonna watch the anime, but One Piece Odyssey looks like a Dragon Quest game in and out. So I'm gonna be playing that when it comes out in January, hopefully, or maybe hold off while I play other games. But it will be on my list.
Nice.
And Persona 3 and 4 coming out for Game
Yeah,
Pass. I
that's
really
really
want to
soon.
catch up on that.
Yeah.
But that's about all I'm really looking forward to, at least next year in the immediate future.
Cool. Lambo?
I mean, it's easy, you know. I mean, there's a lot of games it's funny, I almost want to like play a game with myself and which ones am I actually going to get and play?
I play that every year.
Yeah. And I think it would be kind of a fun thing. I'm definitely going to play Zelda when it comes out. I'm definitely going to play Diablo 4 when it comes out. I'm going to be excited about that. That's launching on everything, and it's going to be cross-play everything. So you get it where you want to
Oh,
play
that's
it,
nice.
and you can play with everybody. So that's going to be just a lot of fun. There was a lot of talk about Starfield actually coming out this year, which would be the, I don't know, the space kind of adventure to sit alongside Elder Scrolls and Fallout. and there's been a lot of talk that there's like 1,000 traversable planets and stuff in the game that you can actually go to. It's not like in No Man's Sky where there's just like nothing there. There's actually like stuff on all these planets.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, No Man's Sky also made that promise before.
I
it came out,
know.
too.
But hey, I can always. At least they're only promising like 1,000 planets instead of like 1 billion planets, like No Man's Sky did, which is just silly and crazy.
And you know, if it's going to be a quest on each planet, it's just going to be a fetch quest.
Right, and yeah, I'm sure not all of them matter in the long run, but you know how it's going to be. I'm probably going to take a look at Final Fantasy 16, but I don't know. It looks kind of generic and stuff too. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't have anything I'm particularly looking forward to. Mainly because I'm really hoping to kind of have a little bit of lag time to finish all the stuff that I want to play right now, which is a lot.
That's kind of how I'm looking at next year right now.
So hopefully nothing comes out too fast.
Right, just give me a break, please.
Isn't the next Spider-Man game supposed to come out next year too?
It's supposed to. We'll see.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out next year, but I gotta, fill in my time and get some of the games that came out this year played first. But I mean, Armored Core 6, like that is getting that day one. I can't wait.
Yes! Sweet mother of God, yes.
I don't think we ever had a collective Nerdstradamus moment when we saw the live stream for the Game Awards and it was announced. And ironically, Pants was in bed.
Yeah.
Like, didn't even see it.
And we were all bugging him. We were all like, you have to look at this.
Well, like,
please look at this. You must.
I saw my phone kept going off, and I'm like, what is going on? And when I looked at it, and you're like, you need to see this, you need to see this. And I think it was Punk said, Bandai Namco and From Software, and I said, don't do this.
It's been 10 years.
Don't give me hope. And I watched it, and I don't think I've gone to bed that happy in a long time. Can I bring up one thing, though, that kind of kills me about it? There have been multiple different places that are doing articles about, here's what Soulsborne players need to know about the upcoming Armored Core 6. And it's like, you don't need to know anything. This isn't for you. This is for us, the people who've had to sit on the sidelines while you've gotten all your crappy games.
Well, devil's advocate, video game journalism has just been bad because any game will come out and they'll just compare it to Dark Souls if there's just a slight level of difficulty.
Yeah.
No, I know. My favorite thing, though, is IGN actually interviewed the guys making Armored Core 6, and they kept asking them questions about, well, what are you bringing over from Elden Ring? What are you bringing over from Dark Souls? And they just kept saying, this is nothing like those games. We're not bringing anything from those. This is a completely different experience. Stop asking.
Should we start doing video game journalism, but like better?
Like the hard drive? That's my favorite.
But
hard drive
you
is
could
great.
compare everything.
Isn't the hard drive like the onion
the
for
onion
video
for
games?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so good.
they're great. I think the latest one I saw was like, oh, what was it? Dang it! It's gonna drive me nuts.
Gonna
I'll
hard
look it
drive
up
you
while
nuts.
someone else talks.
What, did we all go?
Yeah, I think we all went.
Yeah. So this is just Dead Space. So if you want to look it up,
Yeah, it says Hayao Miyazaki disappointed that you smoked weed when you watched Spirited Away that one time.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
He recently had did you guys see the interview of, there's a video game company that pitched an idea to him for like his input, where they used AI learning and AI assisted animations to make their like zombies or their inhumanoid creatures like walk in random patterns to make them look scarier. And Miyazaki just tore them apart. He was just like, I would never ever associate myself with anything that you guys have just showed me. You all should be ashamed. And like left the room.
Wow.
Wow.
It was brutal. But yeah.
All right.
so yeah, that
Don't end it with Miyazaki being mean.
no, we're not actually going to end it with that. One thing that I did have planned for this podcast in particular, since this is kind of like a end of the year, start of a new year, looking at a bright Nostradamus future, I wanted everyone to have a toast. Have like a a toast.
I love toast.
Buttered toast.
Buttered toast.
Buttery toast.
So, I mean, we can toast to, you know, another good year of Nerdstradamus. I feel like streaming has really, really picked up. It may not look like much of a difference, but we do notice you guys watching more and more often and longer. It's definitely picked up as far as, you know, regular viewership goes. So, cheers to more live streams and more content.
Oh yes.
Cheers to Dad for making our top video this year.
What was that?
This hurts.
It was the short from Jedi Fallen Order.
It got,
you
it
posted.
got
Oh
500
my God.
views this month alone.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
amazing.
It's still going around.
Honestly, Dad, you are our official YouTube Shorts guy.
And TikTok.
You got to do them, man. You have an
Yeah,
eye
just
for 'em.
post stuff.
Oh yeah.
Get this dad on TikTok.
I am not getting on TikTok.
Yeah, actually, we should give him the
I am
login
not
for TikTok
downloading
and like just
TikTok.
post them.
Well,
Absolutely.
then throw it to one of us, and we'll throw your shorts up on TikTok.
Yeah, just keep making shorts,
Yeah.
and then
We have
we'll
a
just
TikTok?
re-upload
I
them.
will do that. I haven't done any in a while, and I apologize.
Well, you made that 10-minute short of Dr. Pan saying garlic, freshly ground black
It has like
pepper.
25 views. I'm
I've heard-
so proud of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but the This Hurts one has
Oh, man.
6,500 and has a 98.2% like rating.
Nice.
Yeah, which is
That's
like
awesome.
better
Yeah,
than
good job.
anything we put up. So
That's
That's
hilarious. Well, here's to a wonderful year of the nerd crew doing their thing. Right? Very excited to see what we come up with in the new year.
I'm gonna start reviewing games. I took the time. I wrote out a 3-page script. I went in front of the green screen and I shot it, and I'm just about done editing it already. I'm gonna make like 3 or 4 of them in a row and then just like slowly drip them out.
Nice.
I did the first one I did last night. I did it on Winback.
Oh god.
Oh my
I
God.
ripped it apart. I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad you
Yeah,
ripped
I
it
still
apart.
said ultimately, it's kind of not worth it, but kind of worth it at the same time. But just play Metal Gear. Yeah. Just play Metal Gear.
Amazing.
Yeah. March Madness. I'm excited for March Madness.
Oh yeah, March Madness. Maybe I'll think of something to jazz it up, because last year is when you went crazy, right? Or this year? Last year?
Was that the year? Oh no, that
was
was
2 years
It
ago.
was
That was
not
2
this
years
past.
ago.
Yeah, the one where I did one like about every day
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
slowly went insane. Yeah.
We gotta figure out how to do another spin. Do we have a song picked out?
No, we're working on it. We have it narrowed down to 3.
Cool.
Yeah.
I look
Yeah.
forward to it.
So, I'll do a toast quick, and I'm gonna get sappy
Do it.
because as we all know, I had an absolutely terrible summer into the beginning of the school year into fall, and I have not mentally recovered from it quite yet. It's been a struggle, and it took a lot out of me. I didn't want to make content. I mean, heck, I stopped playing video games as much and stopped doing the things I enjoyed as much because it was bad. It was really bad. But I wanna toast, you know, along with my wife, who of course was here the whole time, but also you guys, because you guys aren't just, you know, my co-hosts, my correspondents. You guys are my best friends, and I appreciate having you around, and you guys helped me through things. You were understanding, and like, you know, you were always there to just play games, do what we wanted to, stream, make content, and it really means a lot that we're all here together and we do get to do stuff like this. Like I feel like I sound disingenuous when I say it like this, when I'm in like my YouTube host voice
Your
kind of thing.
personality
But
mode.
yeah, it's like my personality mode. But in all true honesty, like I could not ask for a better group of people to do this kind of stuff with. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate you. Lambo and I have been doing this now. We just finished year 6?
Year 6.
That was year 6, and like you guys have been here for so long,
Yeah,
and I
it's
just
the 4th full year of you guys helping out with us and stuff. So It's been awesome.
Maybe,
It's
yeah.
been
I mean, Slowtad made us some videos back in like 2017. He did work with us there.
Yeah,
So-
I did the Kokomo thing
Oh, yeah,
for
exactly, yeah.
Palmterio, and then
Yeah.
I did that really early animated intro for
That's
those
right.
Chrono
That we still
Trigger.
use in our intro. Yeah.
That's still in the intro, yeah.
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 And I just kept bugging you guys until I got here. Now look at me.
I'm a correspondent by
But it's-
association.
It's
Dad,
true.
you
It's
show-
true. But
you
you were our
Dad,
camera
you show up
guy.
when it's necessary, when it's needed.
Darn
You're always there. When you
I think we should do some shout outs back to some roots. Have Dad scream more fruit at people. You know?
Yes.
I love those intros.
Honestly,
My
if we ever,
God,
if we ever
that's
make
some of my
a
favorite
video
stuff.
game, there has to be an entire side story of Dad fighting off the fruits. It's just-
Well, it should be like the opposite. It should be like Galaga, where he's the boss firing fruits at you.
I like
Yeah.
that idea better.
We should do that. We gotta get to Tom. We gotta get to Tom and have
Yeah.
him do that. But no, thank you guys. I love you. I love you
Aw,
all.
love you.
And we love
We love you too.
All right.
And also to the viewers.
Yeah.
Thank you to the viewers.
Yeah,
you guys are all fantastic
we don't
too.
need
We love
'em.
you too. What?
The viewers, we don't need them. This is just us talking. Are we posting
This
this?
is just talking. This love is sponsored by Raid Shadow.
Oh my God, no!
Guga.
But I did want to say too, like I don't want to overshadow Pants there, but this year was also like lots of up and downs, and many of us don't even know the downs that I had this year. But wanted to thank you guys, and thanks to like me stepping up to stream, like not stepping up, but stepping out of my shell to stream. Not something that I'm particularly fond of, but I really enjoy doing it now, and
It's tough. I mean,
It
it's the
is.
hardest part is building a routine. I mean, I tried doing it a few times outside of Nerdstradamus, and then every now and then doing it. But when it comes to throughout the week being, oh yeah, like I'm gonna stream tomorrow, or I'm gonna stream, you know, it's gonna come up, and then stream day comes, and you're just like, I kind of don't want to do
I
it.
can't do it.
so
yeah, I can do it. So it takes a lot. I'm super proud that you've been able to do this weekly.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, honestly, every Wednesday I'm like, I don't know, should I? And then when I finally actually do it, and I'm like, I'm actually there, and I do really enjoy it. I love talking to everybody that pops up when they do, and I love when we have our group streams. And
It's a lot
I'm
easier
real-
when there's people around with you.
Yeah. And I'm really looking
Oh, yeah.
forward to what we do next year because I have so many ideas for us. Also, not everyone knows this. I got some really good news at the end of this year. It's related to my down of the year. But life is changing. And hopefully I can keep doing the streaming content that I can do. And I do love you guys. Thank you for bringing me on after bugging you. I'm so happy to be here.
Yay.
I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you're all here. I'm just happy I'm happy we get to do this with such a good group
Yeah,
of
Yes.
friends.
honestly,
Such a-
this is kind of what I would always want. To be surrounded by people who are creative, who want to do make cool things, want to be funny, want to be these are the things that make life worth living.
Such a nice way to end a night.
Well,
This is nice.
And I look forward to the next time we can all
Well,
get together again and do a stream or just hang out or whatever.
Yeah.
Those are always good.
I was gonna say, Lambo, isn't that what Conan said was good in life?
No, he said no. He said to bring your enemies before you and something about their women.
Oh, have your enemies dragged before you and hear the lamentations of the
Right,
women.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think that relates to us.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No.
Well, yeah.
The only lamentations
Oh,
of the women are.
I'll say it. To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentations of their women.
And with
Get to the
that,
chopper.
we're going to close our
And
first
again, the only
episode.
lamentations of women we're hearing
Stop.
are our wives going, "Why are you still doing this?"
Yeah.
Stop.
I do
That's
want to
not
true,
spoil
that's not
one
true.
fun thing I want to do this year. Maybe Dad remembers this. Do you remember when Conan O'Brien used to do that bit where he would have a guest on, but like they would pull the face out And like it would be like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Bill Clinton or something like that.
Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines. Oh, that one, yeah.
I want you to come in and be the voice of like video game characters.
Oh God.
I want to interview like you as Mario, for example, before the Mario movie comes out and stuff.
Oh, man.
That's the thing that would have to be for like Nerdstradamus After Dark, because it would just get so crass.
Well,
like it would just get so bad.
We can bleep it.
I could try to keep it.
We have the technology.
But anyway,
Speaking of editing, I really apologize whoever has to edit this whole thing and go through all my coughing. Luckily, it's very obvious on the little, visualizer here.
I'll do my best. We got
Yeah.
this.
Getting over a bit of the flu. So
Yeah.
All right, we're ending it now.
I think that wraps this up.
Yes, please. We're in way over time.
We're not that far over time.
There
We're
were
fine.
a lot of
We're
awkward
right on.
silences to cut out. So
I
no big
wanted
deal.
to.
Awkward silences, and we began like my stream says, or my recording says, we're just about on time.
Nice. Well, I want to
you
do
go.
it. I want to do it.
Do what?
All
You want to
Dad.
do the ending? Go for it.
This ending for Nerdstradamus podcast. Raid Shadow Legends. Play it.
Cut his mic. Cut his mic right now.
No, thank you everyone for joining us. I don't know what format this is going to go on, but if you can, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let us know in the comments below what you think we should be talking about next, because we hope to do this podcast a little bit more often as well. And for Nerdstradamus, I am Dad.
I'm Lambo.
I'm Dr. Pants.
I'm Punk.
I'm Slow Ted.
And we'll catch you guys some other time.